Coming up on Now You Made It Awkward podcast.
Or anything. Like, we cut him a little bitty cube. Yes, my finger's fucked. Okay. A little cube. Yeah, we're buddies.
Let's do. Oh, I forgot to put up the fat cam. I actually wanted to put up the fat cam today. I forgot. Because we had a spare camera today. I was going to set up fat cam. I forgot. You could have seen us touching tips.
Okay.
Man, it makes me just want to crawl up on the couch with the lights off and start watching a movie with something warm to drink. Just not pumpkin spice because that's the devil's brew.
Fuck you.
If you like pumpkin spice, something's wrong with you.
Fuck you.
Or you're extremely white, one or the other. Anyways, so
I'm a person of color. It was like, we had cool shit back in the day. You know? It's fucking stupid. It's all stupid. It's all gay. Actually, if it was gay, it'd be better, because at least then it'd be flamboyant.
Very true.
It's like we actually lost personality. Maybe that's why people became more flamboyant in the gay community, because the flamboyancy of real life went away.
Yeah.
It just got concentrated into one particular sect of people. Hi, Candida. So it's like this whole concept of national pride that's gone out the window with this globalist idea. Like, countries no longer borders. Every country's open to every third world nation who just wants to have it and come there. Not assimilate, because we used to do that. When Pizza Hut was Pizza Hut, we assimilated. Pizza Hut stopped being a thing, and we stopped assimilating new people who came in. It seems, there's something about that. And now they're going after Cracker Barrel.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
I did have a stupid question. I mentioned it out there.
Yeah.
So something that just came up, and I don't know where I saw it. Here in the States, for the most part, we don't do anything. We do almost nothing metric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that in liquid form, with milk and certain levels of water, we do things in gallons? But specifically in like Coke and other liquids, we do liters.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
But if you get to a certain level with water, sometimes it'll be in like 1 liter or 2 liter. But for milk, everything's in like gallons. You're not buying a liter of freaking whatever. But I don't know where that came up. It was this random post I saw. It was just like, wait, why do we have selective metric measurements here in the States, I mean,
is this something that that when they did it, that it added up to a gallon and it made it work that way, or I don't know. Or they just decided we're just going to do it a gallon.
And I don't even know what the conversion rate is for...
I can't remember what it is either.
Yeah. Especially for that stuff, I have no idea. All right, so I'm going to make a slight adjustment here. So the problem is that that green door behind you is the main issue for making things balance. So it almost doesn't matter what you wear, because that background is grayish green. It makes everything look kind of gross. When we had the overhead light on, it changes things, but now that we're trying to do a little bit more mood lighting, whenever we get to a point where we can have a real studio situation, we're going to have mostly blacked out behind us.
Okay.
Whenever that happens. Or what I still might explore doing in the future is rotating the table, and that will be our background. Either that or that will be our background. So that way we don't have to worry about weird other fucking colors and bullshit and depths. We have a singular depth behind us and probably no glass reflection, which would be a big help. It's like you want to talk about annoying trying to fucking get things to balance out right.
So 128 U.S. fluid ounces in a gallon.
Okay.
That's probably why. 1 gallon is 3.78 liters.
Okay.
So I guess I need to figure out.
Well, that makes sense how we get from because they use. Well, they use. They'll use milliliters, but that's smaller, right? So when they get bigger than a liter, I guess they switch to gallons. I don't know how that works. Guys, if you're in one of those countries that doesn't use freedom units, can you help us as to why they do that? We're not entirely certain here, but it's just we're like one of the few countries that will mix and match according to however we want. But then also whenever we have tools, we have SAE and metric.
Metric, yeah.
You know,
See, I don't ever think that, I don't even know if they have it anymore. You go to the store, you can get a liter of Coke or soda or anything. But I don't know if they actually have 2 liters of it anymore. I know they used to.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, of course they do. Because every time we have a party, we tend to get 2 liters.
2 liters?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't ever think that we can drink a 2 liter. I was like, man, that's a lot.
I've drank one in mostly one sitting.
Yeah. But then we'll buy 2, one. I was like, well, one.
I mean,
got the 2 liter.
Remember the 3 liters?
Yeah.
Those things were big.
Yes.
Which I guess would virtually be a gallon. Almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's what you said it was 3 point something. I think it was 3.24. I think something like that. So nearly a gallon of Coke, or whatever. That's one of our other things. Oh, sorry guys if I get a little bit sniffy. For some reason, my nose decided to just go nuts in the last 2 hours. I don't know what happened. Got into something. I got off work, and just suddenly my nose let go. And then I went grocery shopping, and then came home, took a shower and everything, and now it doesn't know what it wants to do. So it is what it is. So sorry if I'm a little bit sniffy this week. Also, second episode recording in the last 5 days, so that's going to be fun. So I do want to make sure that I give a little bit of a shout out to Frankenboltzzzz, where they did allow us to come out there, us being me and my guests, basically is how it came out to be. So we did an episode out there on location. I'm currently editing it. Wow, I just realized my camera is not centered on the wall behind me. That's fun. Either way. So they did allow us to come out there, did it on location. I thought it was going to come up really, really short, and then when I finally put all the clips together, I was like, oh, this is like an hour and 40 minutes. I was like, oh, this is not as bad as I thought it was. That it was going to be like an hour and 10 minutes. So still in the process of editing that. So we're kind of trying to throw together an extra episode right here as it goes. So it's standard episode. In fact, this will be episode 155. Had to think about it. So episode 155 and Now You Made It Awkward podcast. Of course, I am Shoky. You can follow me at all the Shoky related links down below, whether that's Shoky Review, Shoky Reviews 2, or the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense live stream channel. And then, of course, hit that subscribe button if you're watching here on YouTube. If you saw this on Rumble, well, I don't know how you saw this episode on Rumble. I haven't uploaded there in 2 months. So either way. But, of course, if you're listening on any podcasting app, rate us, whatever, hit that follow button. That'd be great. I did see we are getting a lot more downloads lately. So
nice.
It's usually 30 episodes at a time that people are downloading. So that's pretty neat. And then, of course, if you want to see the full uncut video version of the main podcast or get the early release of other forms of the podcast, like the on locations where I'm doing everything in real camera time, you can do that over on the Shoky Reviews Patreon. Actually, tomorrow we have a Patreon live call. It's what we do 3 times a week on 3 times a month on Wednesdays usually, and then the first of the month is open to all levels of the Patreon where we do trivia nights. So we have a lot of fun over there.
Cool.
Yep. And then we are sans a Jefe because he's still on his way home from Alaska, but apparently he said they'll be home tonight. He's had one hell of a journey, and next week he'll be around to tell us. But of course, go follow him at Grounded and Grumpy on the Instagrams if you want to see a lot of his journey pics. And we don't know how much video he's going to have anymore. He had a little bit of a technological accident in Canada. Thanks, Canada. And it was Alberta, too. That's the part I was like, really? In Alberta? That's the problem? The Texas of the North? But over there in second chair today is the Chato.
How's it going?
Yes, he has returned. Good old Chato. I'm taking a drink. So you can follow Chad at
C4 Graphics.
Yes, on the Facebooks and Instagrams.
Yes, on there. I don't post a whole lot, but it's there.
Yeah, it gets batch.
Yep.
Sent. Yep. And you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been very busy.
So we're trying to get things going and see how everything holds up and trying to get ourselves out there a little bit more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing you make a few more posts and a couple of ads here and there. So
yeah,
looking pretty
good. Yeah,
we
just I think we wrapped up what we were doing for the one ad, so we got to get that together and actually we're going to do a live drawing on that and see who's going to win it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool. And we can post that here.
Okay.
If well, it'll be posted on the Facebook. I'll put it that way. So I'll share it on the Facebook. You guys may or may not see that in relation to this episode, but go check out C4 Graphics by all means. And I looked at my hood yesterday, and I might have to come in for a wrap a lot.
I was
a lot earlier.
walking by and looking at it.
I'm starting to see metal. I was
That's not good.
It's beginning to peel a lot more than I wanted, and it's like I'm still a long way away from painting it. So we might have to work on wrapping certain parts of the car that seem to be evacuating the old ass paint on it.
So I'm beginning to work on a few vehicles like that recently that are having the same problem. So
Yeah. This latest Texas sun seems to be just destroying all the paint, as it were. But I will say, I did, for those who were keeping up with anything I've been doing lately, I have finally, as of yesterday, completed the repairs on my cooling system, because I don't even think I got a chance to talk about it, where my brand new radiator fan that I put in ate through my Mishimoto double core aluminum radiator, causing a major coolant leak. So I had to buy a whole new radiator. In this case, I went with just a stock style radiator. Thanks, Amazon, for having an extremely cheap Chinese radiator. And I'm okay with it because it was a perfect fit.
awesome.
Yeah, perfect fit. And was incredibly easy to install, where the other one was incredibly hard to remove and install and caused nothing but problems. A lovely $400 all aluminum radiator that barely didn't fit, didn't really gain any benefit, and then of course fails just by putting stock fans on it.
Now, was this made for?
It was technically made for the car, but it was never made specifically for running with the stock fans with stock fitment. So a lot of people would buy the universal fans, wire them in, and then kind of build some form of shroud, sort of, because it was technically made to work, but not at the same time. It was so dumb.
Lovely.
Yeah, so it's in my trunk. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to try to rescue it, like take it to a radiator shop, see if they
Can
can.
they braise it and do whatever?
Yeah, probably braise that one line that got breached, and then maybe try to sell it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really going to use it, but somebody else might be able to.
Yeah.
Or I can just fucking
Now,
recycle the
is the
bitch.
Chinese one, is it a little bit better? Is it thicker? Or
No, the Chinese one's a stock.
exactly.
It's a stock replacement.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a perfect fit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the old school plastic tanks on top and bottom, which that's usually the failure point. But I would rather that be the failure point than the aluminum fan or fins themselves, you know. But it was so, dude. So it took me 2.5 hours to get the old one out, nearly breaking my brand new fans to finagle everything out. Have to disassemble the whole front end of the car to get it all out. And then had to fight to get the actual radiator out just because there's like no room at all because the thing is double thick. It took me less than an hour and a half to get it reinstalled and everything put back together.
Nice.
That's how much easier it was just with the stock radiator. It was so fucking easy. But I'll tell you what, it runs cold as hell now.
Good.
Because I put in the colder thermostat. I put in the 185 thermostat. It was a 195 thermostat. So now it's running super cold. I don't know if that's technically good for it, but when I really gun it, like give it a real hard run, like say on the freeway or something, in like, third gear, it'll finally creep up to about 200. But that also might have been burping some of the trapped gas out of it. But it's not overheating like crazy anymore.
That's good.
So that's always a good thing.
Yes.
And I'm also not dumping coolant out all over the freeway and everywhere like I did on the way to work that day. But it cost me $130 extra to get my car towed home from work.
Yeah.
And you know how far it is. It's not that far.
No, it's not.
And it cost me $130 and an hour and a half of my afternoon waiting on them to come get me.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And you did their most recent tow trucks. Because I talked to the guy.
Saw that.
I talked to the guy. I was like, "Hey, yeah, my buddy did that." He's like, "Oh yeah, cool." So it was funny. Oh yeah. Side note: did my pastor ever get a hold of you?
I don't know.
Well, I think you would know if you did any work for a church recently.
No, I haven't done anything for a church.
Yeah, so
no.
that- yeah,
I don't
so
know if
I
he's
guess-
reached out and one of the guys have said anything to it.
I gave him
don't
your
know.
number and the
Okay.
business number. So
No,
he should have. He's real bad about that, but he needs signs made for the church.
Okay.
Yeah. So we need like sandwich boards to go on the side of the road, and then probably some other type of like banners. So and I was like, that's just, he forgets if he doesn't put stuff in schedules.
That's me.
Yeah.
If you tell me or call me over the phone, and everybody wants to talk to me about it, I'm like, email me or something, because I tell them don't text me really, because I'll forget about it too.
Yeah.
Like email me, because my email's right up and I'll be able to go through it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I haven't seen anything, so.
Yep. Oh, I should give you a handful of stickers for the podcast.
Okay.
To hand out to customers just for funsies.
Sure.
So you can do promo.
Yeah.
You're at work. Be
They
like, hey,
pick up their stuff. Here's a sticker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shout out to uprinting.com, because that was cool. Like, that was a good deal on like 100 little 2-inch stickers.
Not me printing.
Yeah, you printing the website. Yes. So that was really good. I'm going to probably get a few more things. Plus, guys, I forgot. I got to push the new merch. I didn't do it. You saw it if you watched last episode, but I didn't promo it. The Couch Dweller merch is live. Couch Dweller Heavy Metal logo is up there, both in black and white versions. And I'm going to be working on another, I think I'm going to call it innocent metal designs. So like, it's something completely innocent, but it's going to look like a ridiculous heavy metal logo and stuff. And I'm probably going to do some special stuff just for the Patreon. Like, because it matters how far I'm going to go with my own memery. Because they're all related to Jessica napping. It's like that's why it's hilarious.
That's why it's called Couch Dweller.
That's why it's called Couch Dweller. But I said it first when Heidi was here.
Okay.
Because I called her Couch Dweller.
when...
Yes, that's why I came up with it. I did order 2 shirts and the mug, so I'll have those for myself when they do come in. So guys, yes, Couch Dweller merch. Go check it out. And like I said, there will probably be future merch as long as I remember to do it next month. If I can stay in the creative vein, I'll do one a month, because I think that'd be a fun merch opportunity.
I'm gonna have to let her know that you did that.
What?
The Couch Dweller.
Well, I sent it in the chat, but I don't know if she.
I don't think she actually
understood
what it meant.
Yeah, of course not. That's why it's a woman sleeping on the couch. By the way, guys, you can contact the show, and you can do so at nowyoumade.it@gmail.com if you want to email us. If you want to send us a message, you can do so on the Facebooks at Now You Made It Awkward Podcast. And we'll have a couple messages here to play in a second. Excuse me. And then, of course, if you want to follow us on Instagram, you can do so at Nymia_pod. And I do want to shout out, I forgot to mention this. So John Coleman was the comedian who was on the show at Frankenboltzzzz. He and I, we're going to be good friends. He's my long lost melanated brother.
Nice.
Like, 1, he's fucking hilarious. 2, like, I don't know if you watched the bit that I posted from Instagram. I sent it in the chat. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it.
I haven't got a chance to watch it yet.
Might pull it up. Because that one, his set was great. He did about 20, 25 minutes, give or take.
Okay.
He went up second to last. But his brother was there. Shout out to Chef Merlot. He was the one slinging food out front. So soul food / barbecue.
Yeah.
So that is... got to be delicate here. Most of the people who ate that food did not come away unscathed Sunday, including Jessica and a few people that we know specifically.
Okay.
Not sure what of the food had an effect on people, but a lot of people apparently had some issues Sunday morning and all day Sunday. So food was really good until it wasn't.
Open flame?
Huh?
Is it open flame stuff? Barbecue? How are they doing it?
So I think he prepped a lot of it, and then he definitely had it on a heater there.
Okay.
And then I know all the fish was fresh fried there.
Okay.
So I don't know, because Jessica had the fish, and she wasn't like sick, but she didn't feel great, and she was in the bathroom a lot between Sunday and Monday. It's hard to tell with me at any given point. You know, I'm either stopped up or going constantly. So
yeah, that's me. It all just depends.
Yeah. And also, Jessica doesn't have a gallbladder, so anything greasy, she's going to be, punished for it anyway.
Yeah.
So, but poor Brittany, Brad's wife, she had a real bad go of it, like all day Sunday. We called her after church. We called him after church because Shay hit me up and said, "Hey, are you or anybody else feeling sick after eating the food yesterday?" And I'm like, "Well, Jessica's been in the bathroom." And she's like, so Shay said she had her like migraine all day, no like bathroom problems, but horrible migraine all day. Apparently someone else had a migraine plus having to go to the bathroom a lot. So, like I said, and it doesn't seem super consistent as to what went wrong. So there's no way to nail down.
Yeah, to pinpoint what it actually was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been something that like slightly spoiled, in transit and tasted fine when you ate it, because you never know. But the food was great, until it wasn't. That's the only part that sucks about it. So, but I also ate such a big amount of stuff. So not just his food, but I had ice cream from Sweet Cow. So make sure you guys go check out my friends over at Sweet Cow Creamery. It's awesome. Awesome good shit. And then, of course, I had to buy pickles from my pickle friends. So Parker Pickle Company. I got pickles from them. I showed you that earlier. Definitely had to pick up a loaf of bread and some bagels from Domeo and Juliet, who just announced that they're bringing back their pumpkin spice selection here soon. And because I'm a pumpkin slut, I'm going to be all over that. So shout out to those guys. But I have a collab loaf from those two out there. So they named it Booth Buddies. So they took the Parker's sweet jalapenos and then put it in the cheddar loaf. So it's a sweet jalapeno cheddar loaf with a combination from those two guys. So that was awesome.
That's cool.
And then so shout out to all my Market Day friends out there, because they're awesome. And then, like I said, the pumpkin spice stuff. So, and then Sweet Cow is coming out with the pumpkin, because she does a lot of ice cream sandwiches. So the cookies usually change, and then the ice cream changes. So she's going to do some type of pumpkin something. And I'm like, you could do that, but also once you get into the colder months, do like a hot cocoa with mini marshmallows ice cream.
You're making me hungry.
I'm sorry, bro, but it is what it is. Like, I hang out with all my food friends, and then, like, I was talking to Chef Merlot for, like, a long time about recipes, and we were exchanging stuff. I was showing him the Trailer Park Wellington, and he's like, that sounds really good. I'm like, yeah, do it. I was like, I told him what I did. He's like, that's stupid. I want to do it. I'm like, do it. It's like, it'd be fun. And then I think at some point I'm going to get together with the bread and pickle people, and we'll have like a little cookout. I said I'm gonna brine my chicken in his pickles, and then we'll figure out what to do with the bread, and probably do like some kind of just for funsies, So shout out to all those people. Make sure you go follow them. And then I think Parker actually, they'll ship some of their pickles, so like you don't have to just come to the market days.
Okay.
And if you're in the greater Montgomery County, North Houston area, Domeo and Juliet's will deliver if you order directly from them on Facebook. So shout out to those guys. Gotta push my pickle friends. So it's not just you with your signs and banners and wraps. Gotta push my friends. And of course, I gotta shout out Frankenboltzzzz, because the beer is good. And we were in the brew house because there was nowhere else for us to set up. So Chuck moved a bunch of shit out of the way. I bought a second table. Like, we already had the one folding table forever. And I said, okay, maybe if I got room, I could set up an L formation for us to do the podcast, sit that way. Louie couldn't make it. His truck broke down. Like, these super modern vehicles with so much bullshit, the battery goes wonky.
Yeah, it shuts everything off.
Everything goes insane. Yes. So I called him. He's like, hey, man, I don't think I'm going to make it. My truck is going haywire. I called him. I was like, what's going on? And he's like, I'm pretty sure it's the battery, because like he went to push the button to leave, and like the things didn't drop down. The dashboard lit up and then like started blinking and going crazy, and then nothing would shut off. He had to actually disconnect the battery for everything to finally shut off. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a internal short.
Yeah, that's crazy. You have enough power for it to do that, but not enough power to crank the damn thing.
Yeah. Well, of course, whenever like an internal, like a cell goes bad, or there's an internal, arc between the battery, of course, it's not going to function right. Even on my old Dakota, it was a 06 Dakota. When the battery went wrong, it started doing all that shit, and I was driving when it did it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it died in the middle of the road. I was on over by my parents. And I got it to jump start. I had my dad come give me a quick push to push start it, because it was a manual. And then it really did not like that. It did not like being forced to run with the battery being wonky. And I drove it back to the house and then pulled the battery out and figured that out. I was like, what the fuck? So I couldn't imagine on these new high-tech vehicles.
No, when our 2014 Durango, it had the 3.6 in it.
Yeah.
That was when they were doing the recalls for the alternators.
Oh.
And we didn't realize that was going on until we were driving it somewhere.
Wait, what year?
2014.
His truck might be somewhere in that range. I thought it was like 2016. So I wonder
So
if it's the alternator.
Might want to check out the alternator. It might be putting too much out there, and it might be a warranty thing.
Well, like I said, he couldn't get it started, so it maybe the alternator burned out the battery.
Yeah, but if that's the case, still, it's the alternator that's going. Because this is what happened with me.
Yeah.
And they were saying that if you don't get it stopped in time and you're running it, it'll burn it down. And we were going to
like literally
burn it down, burn the whole car down.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, when it happened, we just stopped to get out.
Yeah.
It locked pretty much us out.
Okay.
And smoke was bellowing from under the hood.
Well, it's a safety feature. It conveniently locked you out of the vehicle where would it start to catch fire.
We had stuff inside of it still.
Yes, but you were not in there to die.
Yeah.
So benefit.
So mainly because we opened the doors and I killed it.
Yeah.
But it basically electronics and everything, because there's no keyhole or anything. It was just that button and everything to get it open.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, But the bad thing is we called someone a record and everything. But we're never going to use it again because it's going through insurance, and they ransacked the inside of it, stole all kinds of crap.
Oh, you're shitting me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pissed. And he's like, well, sorry, we can't control that. I was like, bullshit, you can't control that.
You can't control your employees ransacking and stealing our shit?
Yeah, it's like, well, we have no record of that. I'm like, it was on his truck in your lot, and you can't, we can't.
We can't prove where it happened or who did it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I bet there's footage.
And it's a good thing I did have a firearm in it, and even though it was in a lockbox and everything, and I was like, nope, taking it out.
Yeah.
Took that, my camera, everything that I had. I was like, but they took some loose change cologne for one thing.
I mean,
I was like, what the heck?
At least cologne is usable.
Yeah.
It's nothing stupid. So actually, in that vein, I don't know if you've seen this, but apparently the brand new like Z06s and ZR1s are having similar issues and melting down. But I think it's something coming loose around the fuel neck, I think is what's happening. And it ends up dripping fuel on the exhaust, and they're burning down, which, considering that's not a cheap car.
No.
I mean, it's not a hyper car expensive, but it's still stupid expensive. It's still.
I'm not going to buy one, so.
I mean, it's still six figures, but it's not high six figures, Now, the ZR1X, I'd be a little pissed if one of those melted down, Fastest American car around the Nurburgring now. That's awesome.
Currently?
Well, they let the Ford Mustang GTD go and then went right behind it and killed it. Like immediately right behind it and fucking beat its record.
Okay.
So, but I mean, that's not the same kind of car in my opinion. No. I mean, the GTD is stupid fast. Don't get me wrong. But the ZR1X is literally hypercar territory now. Twin turbo V8 with electric drive, all-wheel drive, 1,250 horsepower. It's a different beast.
Yep.
And I think Active Aero, I think they also have on it now too. So, that is insane. But I also love that you can get one in a quote unquote convertible. it's like the Targa top middle goes away, and it's like still stupid, still fast, But either way, guys. So enough car talk at the moment. We do have messages. So we do have Shaun first. Then we also have Tyler. So new to the podcast, old friend of mine, Tyler wrote in or messaged in as well. So let's go with Shaun's question first.
Question for the pod. So today's weather change really has me screwed up. It's like very low 70s, cloudy, gloomy.
They've got totally
breezy,
different weather.
There's a lot of moisture in the air, so it feels colder than it actually is. And this kind of weather, like into fall, getting close to winter, man, it makes me just want to crawl up on the couch with the lights off and start watching a movie with something warm to drink. Just not pumpkin spice, because that's the devil's brew.
Fuck you.
If you like pumpkin spice, something's wrong with you.
Fuck you.
Or you're extremely white, one or the other. Anyways, so
I'm a person of color.
Number one, do you have a certain series or movies that you like to watch when the weather changes? And what would they be? Mine is Harry Potter. When it gets to be like this type of weather, it makes me want to be on the couch with something warm to drink, except pumpkin spice, because you're gay if you do.
Fuck you.
And just start watching the Harry Potter movies.
Fuck you, Shaun.
That seems targeted.
It was because we talked about it earlier. So I made sure. I told him I'm a pumpkin slut. And
That's too funny. I'm sorry.
Did I ever make you get when it was because you weren't in the part of the show just yet? So I might not have made you a pumpkin slut drink.
No.
Okay, I will this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to buy all the alcohol for it again,
All right.
but it's nice. I mean, it's almost nothing but alcohol, but I drank that much of it in one sitting during a live stream and wasn't even buzzing.
Okay.
Made no sense. I was like, this is almost nothing but pure alcohol. Why am I not even buzzing? Do you have a thing that you watch seasonally like that?
Yeah, I'll watch Band of Brothers. I watched the whole series.
I still never seen it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a good series.
I know. I just never done it.
Yeah, I'll see it come on, and I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I even have the DVDs. They're put away, so I just watch the series online.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't have anything that is like seasonal specific. I totally get Harry Potter though, because the series. I always treat Harry Potter as a Christmas or fall thing, even though because basically it's a school year.
Yeah.
It starts in the fall, goes mostly through winter, and then by the time we get past spring and almost to summer, here we go again, right? I don't know, because I don't know if there's anything I've rewatched like that. That's weird. It might be Shoresy from now on. Every time we get around to winter season, I gotta watch hockey because I just love Shoresy that much. Which also shout out to John because he's a Letterkenny and Shoresy fan. When I hit the "to be fair" button and his face lit up. And I was like, oh, my man knows. He knows. So shout out to John once again. I don't know. I don't really have anything that seasonal specific, though. But, I mean, Harry Potter fits. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I don't think about it.
I mean, when it's on, I'll watch it. But I don't think I've ever just started from the beginning and gone all the way through it again.
Yeah. Oh, specifically. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, I can't think of anything I do on purpose for that. That's weird. I mean, if you do, cool.
Yeah.
Or you're a loser, one way or the other. You might be gay if you like Harry Potter. There's that whole thing. All right. So, thanks, Shaun. Fuck you. All right. So, Tyler, first time messaging. Let's see what he's got here. So, what's funny? I've known Tyler for nearly 10 years now, just due to YouTube. So, backstory, guys. So when I first started the Shoky Reviews channel, I had no internet friends whatsoever. And then because I jumped into the Gundam sphere, other Gundam channels said hey, I like this. I like what you're doing. Hey, I do this too. Hey, send me a message on whatever. And so I got invited from Dan the Plastic Man to come and join their, I forgot what it was called at this point, but they had a Gundam building podcast between him, Channel 2S, and then Tyler, who was Max Duo back then on the internets. He never made content. He was just in on this group of friends. So Dan and I talked for years. We had some collab stuff, and then he kind of fell off, and his channel fell apart, unfortunately, and then life happened to him, and he just basically quit YouTube. Channel 2S kept growing, and then basically outgrew us as friends due to YouTube stuff. So eat a dick. So... it's one of those people who's like, hey, man, this is great. And then, they're like, yeah, you're way bigger than us. Hey, promote us and help us get to your level. Thanks for being here. Pat on head, and then just keeps going. That kind of bullshit. So, no, fuck you. All right. Either way. So, Tyler and I stayed friends, via Facebook. He messages me almost as much as Shaun does. I don't have as much time to reply to him. But I don't know the last time I've heard Tyler's voice. That's the weird part, because we used to podcast. He was on some of the earliest Shoky Nerdcasts. He was on those. So I had previous podcasts to this one, way back when. By the way, 5 days ago was my 9-year anniversary on YouTube.
Yay!
Hey, 9 years and next to nothing to show for it. Well, either way, all right. Let's see what Tyler's got. He said he had to do this a couple times because he forgot he still had some work chat open when he recorded it the first time.
Whoa.
And so he could hear the other person talking in the background. So let me see.
Random question for the pod. Being good, big social drinkers and all, and loving good beers, what do you guys think of all these CBD drinks that they've been starting to push for the past, I don't know, year or two online?
Yep.
They always say that, the next generation, they don't want to, be drunk anymore. They don't want to drink beer. And,
That's
and
true.
like literally
That's
the
true.
commercials will have like some girl be like, oh, I just turned 21 and I've already quit drinking. I got tired of waking up regrets, which kind of makes me wonder what their commercial's insinuating there, because it was hangover and also regrets about what she did the night before.
Yeah.
But they keep pushing it about this great drink, great buzz, no negative effects, nothing bad about it at all. And I've tried a few out of curiosity. I thought maybe they might also be something I could drink during the day at work when I'm going crazy, and maybe they can help me calm down, because I definitely can't just start pouring a bunch of scotch or whiskey.
And he would.
Several of the ones I've tried don't taste very good, and I don't really have like an enjoyable buzz. They just make time feel slower, which is the exact opposite of what I want at work.
They get you high.
Also, they're stupid expensive. I think it's usually going to be like you buy a 4-pack, and depending on who you get it from, it's like $6 to $12 per can, which is retarded. Wow. And then you can also buy I don't know what it is, like they're fake liquor ones where you have to pay like $50+ for a bottle, and I assume it's probably the same not so great taste as the rest of it. So I don't know. Maybe it's something that'll work out eventually, but right now it seems like too expensive for people 20+ years younger than us to start getting during their broke college days. And I don't know.
When light
I'd
beer
rather have
is
a good stout or porter or pretty much any other alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. I don't really care for them. It was an interesting try out. I'll probably never try them again. But I think every now and then when you guys drink, I'm like, oh, what do they think about this? Okay, that's it.
Cool. Very long wait to hang up. There we go. Awesome. Good to hear from you, Tyler. Really good to hear from you. Like, when you haven't heard someone's voice in so long, and you're like, I don't even recognize it,
Is that them?
Yeah, because he sounds different, but also these things make everything sound a little different. So I've tried going back to Copperhead. They actually had a Delta 9 seltzer.
Really?
Yeah, for like a long time. It was good because they actually had a decent flavor. They had lime, raspberry, and something else. And they tasted fine.
Okay.
And you weren't going to drink more than one because it actually would fuck you up.
Okay. Now,
I'm not entirely certain what Tyler's drinking, but, I've heard about these THC or as we've discussed here previously, the not weed stuff. Have you tried any of them?
Never tried. I've seen them in the store.
Yeah.
When I was able to go to the store. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but yeah, we talked about it. I was like, nah, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
That's nothing. I don't think it's anything I want to try.
And I think the issue is that alcohol, obviously the body deals with alcohol very differently to how it processes any THC stuff.
Yeah.
But also it would depend because, where's the dumb message Jefe sent? There it is. Because alcohol kind of only does the one thing. It is a depressant, whatever.
See, well, he was talking about both versions of it.
Okay.
The only one I've seen is the alcohol. I didn't know there was another just regular basic.
So you're right. There's the THC booze.
So,
yeah.
If it's the alcohol infused, it might be a little bit different taste. Probably tastes a little better. I have no idea. I had no idea. Just like a normal, like a water or something like that.
We did try at Lacey's birthday, I believe it was. She had some liqueur that definitely had THC in it.
Okay.
But it tasted like very medicinal, very like you got the weed flavor on there, which made it suck. So it was almost like if you took Jaeger and made it worse. And I like Jaeger, don't get me wrong, but it tasted just like crappier Jaeger. Mm-hmm. And that was amongst regular alcohol I was also drinking. So I took a couple shots of that. I don't know if it fucked me up or not. Kind of hard to tell. My nose is doing all kinds of stupid things right now, and it's annoying me. One nostril is stuffed up, and then these earbuds make the pressure all wonky inside my brain. So either way. I mean, I already have my thoughts on THC use and stuff like that because of the way the laws are here in Texas now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as effectively was it September 1st, all the CBD stores now have to basically strip all those products out now. I don't think they're stripping CBD. I think they're just stripping anything with THC.
Yes.
Which, good, in my opinion. I've already mentioned this before because they pushed well through.
Much, yeah.
They widened up every loophole they could find and just stuck their arms, feet, and everything else.
It needs
through.
to be CBD.
Yeah, yeah. If you're going to sell CBD products, sell CBD products.
Yeah.
If you want to sell weed, sorry, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, you can't do it.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't get me started on the after effects of legalizing it, because I don't know any state that has technically gotten better after legalizing it. They may have raised tax revenue, but crime doesn't seem to take any dips. Drug dealing doesn't seem to change. You know, it's just like, yeah, you could go to the store and buy it, but, you know.
I mean, no changes in Colorado or anything like that?
Nope.
The main one where it's pretty much at?
That, Oregon, California. Like, the only thing that really changed, New York, the only thing that I've seen that actually changes is that people blatantly smoke it everywhere.
Oh.
And that's the part that I'm definitely not around.
So if you're not wanting to be around it,
Yeah.
you know, you have no choice. You're kind of there. You're secondhand smoking it. Like, great,
exactly. It's like, and they're not treating it like you would alcohol, so people aren't getting DUIs that I know of. But like crime related to such stuff didn't really get reduced at all unless they stopped prosecuting it. So
They're all probably stealing food and getting the munchies.
that too. Yep. Or just breaking into dispensaries and taking shit.
Yep.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just like kids would steal little booze bottles or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Kids
Yeah.
take 'em out. They're going to
So
steal weed.
It's just changing the dynamics of it. You know, instead of alcohol, now it's weed.
Oh, speaking of which, he had that other part of the question, which was teenagers now not being interested in drinking. And that is kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like post millennials, like Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha's barely there. So like Gen Z, for the most part, they're not drinking. Like aside from like TikTok challenges or doing something really stupid, they're really getting away from booze. But it seems like they are picking up more on party drugs. But at the same time, with the fentanyl epidemic,
Yeah.
most people aren't exploring anything that's not controlled because you have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I forget. Oh, it was JD Delay. He was on Say Hi to Eli this past weekend. Another unsub subsidiary. So JD grew up slinging drugs, committing crimes, stealing cars, all this shit. He's got 58 felonies, everything else like that. But he's turned his life around. Now he's he gets people into programs to get them clean, tries to get, make sure that people have Narcan if they're going to be doing drugs, all that kind of stuff like that. But he lost his son to fentanyl. Mm-hmm. So his son made it into college and was going off to go follow his dreams and shit. Just got packed away, wanted to celebrate. Somebody gave him what he thought was a little bit of coke, and it was pure fentanyl.
It only takes one time.
Yeah, it was pure fentanyl, and it just straight up killed him. Like, it sucks. He's 23 years old.
Yeah.
Literally so excited for fucking life. But he just had just that little bit. The one time he decided to kind of slip up.
Yeah.
And, he's like, well, and I don't think it was like well, Dad did all the things under the sun, because Dad probably is like, look, if you're going to use it safely. Here's the warnings. Here's everything that I've been through and all this other stuff. So he probably like gave him a tiny bit of a blessing. But he told that story on Say Hi. And I was like, fuck, man. I was like, because even Eli didn't know that. And he's like, man. He's like, yeah, I lost my son. And it's like, when he said I lost one of my kids, I thought he meant the people he helps. I didn't know he meant literally his son.
Yeah.
And then he spelled it out. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys that he helped so this guy watches JD's live streams where he's talking about all this stuff. He decides to get clean, so he gets involved in the community. He gets clean. Now he's a sponsor, and he's taking care of other people. His first kid is on the way, and he names his first kid after JD's kid.
Nice.
And it's like, shit. Okay, we're all crying now. Yeah, that was fucking meaningful podcast. Unlike this one sometimes. All right, so we do have one more message via the Jefe, because he did say so here's how dumb our friend is. It's the Thursday before he leaves. So he sends me 2 messages on the Naimia Facebook page. He's like, so I came up with this question, but I didn't know if I should send it in now or I should wait till I'm in Alaska. And then whatever, he said something else, and I'm like, you're fucking stupid. I was like, why are you asking me if you should send in the question instead of sending in the question? And then literally, what was that, Friday?
Yeah.
Friday, he sends a voice message in our private chat instead of to the thing. So I thought it was just him doing a normal message, because he's been sending us messages all week long. And then I finally listened to it 2 days later. Like 2 days later, I'm like, why the fuck did you send that here, you dumb? Oh, well, so I know. I did partially listen to it already, so. All right, let me pull this up. Our dumb Jeff friend.
Hey guys, it's Jefe. We just crossed into Alaska and are making our way to Fairbanks. While I'm here, question for the pod. As children, we all committed food crimes by mixing and matching things that were unholy and god-awful. Wonder what you came up with as kids while you were broadening your culinary horizons. The biggest food crime I can remember was grape jelly on Vienna sausages.
Ugh.
I don't know why I put that together, but I ate it all the time as a child. Looking back, I can't even think of any good reason why that might have happened.
It explains a lot.
Let me know what you guys got. Have a good show. We'll see you in a week.
Hefe was a stoner before he was a stoner.
What do you got?
Shit, nothing that bad. I've got, I know just right off the top of my head, I love doing Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Yeah.
So I do like the mini raviolis, but then I would dump Cheez-Its in it and crunch them up.
Yeah.
So I got almost like Cheez-Its and tomato soup for that. I don't think I started inventing anything weird food-wise until, well, not that long ago, if I'm being fair. But as a kid, man, I don't think I did anything too crazy. I was very like...
You're growing up, you're picky.
Well, I was food averse to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I didn't mix and match things that didn't go together. Like I didn't experiment that much. It was always safe bets. Damn, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Like I said, I didn't like jelly. I didn't like anything too crazy.
Jelly. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you got? Anything up top?
I was trying to think and everything, but most people don't like that. I mean, I just usually eat, Miracle Whip sandwiches.
Yeah.
I still do. So, man, just bread and Miracle Whip, and that's it. I mean, I'll eat it. It's fine. I got that from my uncle. My son does the same thing, but that and cheese together. But anything weird, I really don't think I've done anything.
Definitely not jelly on Vienna sausages. I did barbecue sauce on Vienna sausages.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, like literally pop the can, leave some of the juice in there, pour the sauce in, mix it around a little bit, and then just eat it with a fork.
Yeah,
But I mean, I did that as an adult, not as a kid. It didn't even occur to me as a kid to do that.
Yeah, you're not gonna. So let's try this out, see how it works. I
mean, I guess one of the only things I did, it's not crazy, but it was like the sandwich I wanted as a kid when I discovered this flavor. It was bologna, cheese, and pickles, and mayo. It sounds like a normal sandwich, but as a kid, it was a slightly odd flavor. And I didn't really like mayo that much. I mean, Miracle Whip, really. It wasn't mayo. I don't even know when I finally had real mayo. I was probably close to being an adult by the time I had actual mayonnaise. So I was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to taste like.
Yeah. Real mayonnaise, I really can't do.
Oh, I like it.
It all depends on what is going on. If it's just by itself, no, I can't do that.
No, you always mix it with something.
But if it's something else, yes, I can eat it.
But like Kewpie mayo, I do.
Yeah.
Because it's good shit.
And if it's a full sandwich, toasted bread, bacon, cheese, and all that kind of, yeah. I mean, I can do. But of course, I can't have tomatoes or anything like that. That would really screw me up. Those are those lovely things that I would like to be able to eat. I cannot. No, I just can't eat it. No, me and my sister both.
I know. It's such a weird thing to be allergic to.
It's something with the acid in it or something, whatever. It's immediately. It is.
Now, let me ask you this: is it because I could see people being allergic to the tannins in the skin, but that would mean you're probably allergic to anything with that type of thing, like grapes or anything along those lines.
No, it's mainly like I guess it's either the seeds or something internal with it. It's just
but if it's cooked enough,
if it's cooked enough and cooked down, I can do that.
Yeah, like tomato sauce. We had spaghetti and shit. I was trying to think. Oh, because you mentioned just having a mayonnaise sandwich.
Yeah.
So something I've taken to doing with shout out to Domio once again. So with the loaf I've got out there, I'll cut a big slice, cut it in half, so I've got effectively one sandwich, right? And I'll butter it up, throw it on a skillet, flat top, whatever. So really fry up the one side in the butter. And then I've got this butter steak seasoning, and I'll throw that on there and then hit it with the sriracha mayo. It's so good. Like just with nothing else, just that. Basically just like a seasoned garlic bread almost. It's so fucking good. And I was like, but it could just be the sourdough is really good, or it's a combination of all that stuff.
See, right now we can think about that. That's this is great.
Yeah.
As older, he's like, since we've tried different things over the years.
Yeah.
But as a kid, 10, 12, right around there.
Yeah.
My kid, he is picky as you know what. We had pork chops.
Yeah.
Just boneless pork chops and everything, seasoned. We're like, come over here and try this thing. I was like, it's fine. It's just kind of like the same texture and everything. Consistency is like chicken or something like that. It's not like it's bad or anything. It's like, we cut them a little bitty cube. Yes, my finger's fucked. Okay, a little cube. Yeah, we're buddies.
Let's do. Oh, I forgot to put up the fat cam. I actually wanted to put up a fat cam today. I forgot because we had a spare camera today. I was going to set up fat cam. I forgot. You could have seen us touching tips.
Okay. Where was I?
We should have timed it and been like, "Ow!" It's like for the joke. "Ow, motherfucker!"
Show me yours. I'll show you mine.
Mine was bleeding pretty good.
I was too. I'm afraid to take this off right now.
Was yours a horizontal or a vertical cut
Yes.
from the finger? This way or this way?
It
Across or
came across.
Okay, yeah, mine was straight across it. So and went apparently pretty deep.
Yeah.
Oh, either way. Sorry.
Back to food.
Pork chops.
Yes, he came, grabbed the chunk of it, put it in his mouth, ate it, and then hightailed it. I was like, "Are you gonna go spit it out now or what?" No, he ate it, but he's very picky about his food.
You know what's funny when it came to that? Like I hate, even now, I don't like big chunky fat on my meats.
I don't.
Unless it's perfectly rendered.
Yeah.
Like when I do picanha, I make sure that fucking big fat cap is cooked down. So like when you bite into it, that fat just goes, it just disappears. But when we made pork chops when I was a kid, pan frying basically all of them, the fat was like hard grossness around the edge. So I would have to cut all that shit off.
Yes.
As a kid. But dude, I was averse to eating like sausage because I actually like looked into it and I could see all the stuff and I'm just like, ew, what is all this shit? Of course, some of that's just flat out seasoning, but you see a chunk of sage and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want to eat that. I don't even know what the hell. It looks foreign. What the fuck is that? It looks like a little alien egg in there. Speaking of alien eggs, we have not talked about Alien Earth yet on the show. I'll have to bring that up here in a minute. Yes, sorry.
It's okay.
I just realized we haven't done a proper show since Alien Earth began. We're 3 episodes in, I believe.
Oh.
Either way.
Well, I'm done with the food stuff, so it's whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we're just making Chad more and more hungry. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, speaking of which, I mentioned Alien Earth. So I did watch the first few episodes of Alien Earth. The first 2 dropped at the same time. It is an interesting show.
Okay.
Because it is definitely high budget. Like they put a lot of fucking money into it. They replicated the fucking like Nostromo set, basically. They had Ridley Scott actually come onto set and he's like, this is my spaceship. What the hell did y'all do? Like, it's so confusing to walk onto a set that you absolutely recognize, but it's not the one you built. That's got to be fucking weird. So it's not the Nostromo. It's the, fuck, I forgot the name of it. It's a French name. It'll come back to me later. But basically, this is set in 2120, so even before Alien. So that was in 2140, I believe, something like that. So the ship has been on a 65-year mission to go into deep space, locate alien life forms, and then return to Earth. So that's what they're doing. And then because xenomorphs are involved, everything fucking goes wrong like it usually does. And because the ship has been overrun with xenomorph, the last person standing, which his name is Moreau, he locks himself into the computer pod and then into a safety pod inside that. Then the ship crashes straight up into this fucking modern city. But the cool thing about it is because it's taking place on Earth, which we've seen almost nothing of in this universe. We're always out in space.
Yeah.
We get to find out how 4 corporations have basically split the planet up. Weyland-Yutani basically has all of the Americas, like North and South America, 100% owned by them. Another corporation has like Europe and like half of Russia. Another one has Africa. And then this new guy basically has like the Southeast Asian area. And that's where all of this takes place. So the company is Prodigy. Fun name. But the basis of it is Prodigy is trying to find new ways for immortality. And because this is also taking place in the same world as Blade Runner, effectively. Mm-hmm. But obviously way later. That was like the late 2000s. Because even 2049 is the latest we've seen. Although 2099 is coming next, from what I've heard. So that should be interesting.
Okay.
So we introduced right at the beginning, there's 3 types of fake human now, or altered humans. So you have synthetics, which are just full synthetic robot people, which we've seen both in Blade Runner and in Alien for this whole time. You now have cyborgs, which they've never talked about, and that's humans with cybernetic enhancements, which that's what Morrow is. He's actually got a fully robotic arm that's somewhat see-through and has all kinds of built-in tools and cool shit, and he can connect to the computer directly, do a direct interface with the computer. Most humans can't do that. And now what we have on top of that is hybrids, which is what this show is technically about. And this is all in the opening crawl, so this isn't spoiling anything. It's synthetic bodies with human minds downloaded into them. So that's where the story starts, with a child who has cancer, basically, terminal diagnosis, and she's the first person to go through the experiment to see if it works. So she's our main star, Wendy. And so they're putting kids who are like younger than 12, probably like 10 to 7 years old, that all have terminal diagnoses, and putting them into adult bodies.
Okay.
Because apparently a child's mind has significantly less to transfer, not to mention their imagination is far more open. So they can be more creative and do more things than an adult mind that's kind of, solidified and all sorts of things. It's not plastic anymore. So you've got this group of kids who are now in these new adult synthetic bodies that are super strong, super fast. They now can download information if they want to learn things and all this other stuff, but they're still kids. And they're supposed to be like these super soldiers. And then this spaceship crashes, and now you have to go investigate. So it's a pretty cool show. People love the first episode most of all, but as soon as the second episode came around, people are like, oh, this is fucking retarded. I still think it's good because it became a who's that Pokemon type in episode 2, because we got to be introduced to all of the different aliens that were on this fucking ship, not just the xenomorph. We know what a xenomorph does. We know what the facehuggers do. These other aliens, fuck them all. Just fire. Burn them all to the fucking ground. They're terrifying. Dude, they have fucking super space ticks. So they're about the size of a cockroach. And they have the little blood bag behind them. They will drain an entire human body of all of its blood in about 15 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah. Fucking terrifying. And then now they're carrying around a giant blood-soaked fucking bag behind them. Fucking terrifying. And then there's the, what I call the octopus So it's an eyeball with eight tentacles, and like the singular eye can split up into like 8 small eyes, or at least irises in a singular eye. And apparently what it likes to do is embed itself in the head of another living being and take control and wander around in place of the eyeball of that creature. Fucking terrifying. And how they introduce that thing and what it does is fucking sick. I was just like, God damn. I was like, oh, it's like a lot of space horror shit.
Lovely.
It's supposed to be. You know, it's the kind of stuff we talked about, how you got into Alien and stuff.
Yeah.
It is like properly like horrifying. And then there's the, what you got? Don't know. Don't care.
I'm getting a call, but I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. Probably work like usual.
Probably.
That's what we do. Then there's the giant space mangina, as I call it. It's basically, it looks like some type of plant that hangs from the ceiling, and it definitely has a little thing that can come out and like explore, but we haven't seen what it can do. It has an interesting reaction to the synthetic dude who's looking at it. It's fucking strange because we don't know how the hell it moves around. It's a big fuck off plant, but it can move around and plant itself. Fucking weird. There's another thing, we don't even know what the hell it was, but we see it scurry through the ceiling because it's already escaped. And then what else is there? I think there's one other. Oh, there's something that's like a weird big spider thingy, but we didn't really get a good look at it. We just see it in one of the cages. But they're expanding the xenomorph lore a little bit, and we see how humans are reacting to these things for the first time, technically speaking, because this predates Alien, but technically post-Prometheus, because it would have to be. So it's pretty interesting. Looks great. Acting is all pretty good. People have their issues with it because whatever, but I like it. And I guess they're doing their best. I thought it was only going to be 4 episodes because it's all you could see, but then the 3rd episode dropped and episode 5 popped up. So I think they're only revealing like 1 episode ahead. Mm-hmm. So that people are like, ooh, what is this? And that kind of shit. So might be a 10 episode, might be 8 episodes. I'm not sure, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty cool.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it. Can't see that it goes very far because we know there's no xenomorphs on Earth, and we know that Prodigy doesn't exist after this. So it's kind of like, if this is canon, somebody ain't making it out alive. So I assume it's going to end with a big-ass fucking nuke wiping out the island, because it's also Peter Pan themed. All of the synthetic kids are known as the Lost Boys. They're all named after Wendy and all the Lost Boys from Peter Pan, and the island they're all on is called Neverland.
Nice.
So there's no Michael Jackson character, but there should be. But the guy in charge of Prodigy is a young upstart kid. You know, he's like in his 20s, but he created his shit early, the tech he invented and stuff. So
is his name Michael?
No, it's Boy. Yeah, his name is Boy. Fucking weird. So there's a mystery around him and why the hell Wendy is different to the other Lost Boys. Something's going on there.
Well, if his name is Boy, that's what Wendy would call Peter. Boy, hey, boy.
She did. Interesting. Good call. But he is very Peter Pan-like. Okay. He's definitely an older person trying to deny youth, plus looking for immortality. And there's things like, if you want to look at the xenomorph, like the crocodile, because there's even like a hook that gets involved at one point. You're just like, cute. I see what you did there. But the xenomorph is properly terrifying. Like, we rarely see them in action. We usually see what they've done. We rarely see them doing anything. This thing gets loose in a fucking apartment building. Yeah. It gets messy. It gets properly messy. And we get to see some kick-ass weaponry get used against it. So, either way, definitely recommend Alien Earth on the Hulus. So you still have to figure out your Hulu situation.
Yeah.
Which I think it's probably pretty, just like,
let's see if I can sign
click a button.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Peacemaker Season 2 just started.
Yeah, I've seen the first one, of course.
Okay.
And have not seen any of the new episodes, but I've known what I've seen as what they've done for the ending of the first season. So
yes, so that was what I wanted to talk about. So, I I want to know what the explanation's going to be, because they literally in the recap, they just fucking retcon the end of season 1 to be updated to the current DCU.
Yeah.
I was like, those motherfuckers. I was like, how did they just did a universe switch? I was like, I don't even know. I'm not even mad at it. It's like, because originally they said that things weren't going to be canon anymore. And then they're just like, fuck it. It all happened. We're just pretending it happened in a different universe where the Justice Gang exists, not the Justice League. He has a connection to the Green Lanterns. They added custom voiceover to certain scenes, added Hawkgirl in there. And I was like, I'm not mad. I'm okay with this. This is cool. So the first episode was both funny, but also really hard hitting, like kick in the groin, fucking hard hitting. Because he's trying to become a proper superhero. Mm-hmm. Wants to join the Justice Gang. This is all in the teaser, so you can see all this. And he gets rejected. Actually, he doesn't get rejected. He hears them talking shit about him because apparently Maxwell Lord doesn't know how an intercom works. So he thinks that when he flips the switch, it mutes them, and it doesn't. It puts it all out there. And he apparently has been doing this all day for everyone who's interviewing for the Justice Gang. Because you see this bunny chick go in before him. She comes out fucking weeping. So he goes through the interview process, calls them on it. That's when they figure out that they're fucking morons, and then he bails because they were being shitbags to him in the first place. Guy Gardner, he already have a relationship and don't like each other. So he gets upset, ends up going on a bender. And here's what's fucked up. I thought, like, you know how there were scenes in the first one where, like, he would get high and then, like, you'd see all kinds of crazy shit happening? He gets super high. He, like, picks up his bong, just fucking takes a few huge rips, pulls out the coke, starts taking a few big snorts. And then all of a sudden, this massive orgy is happening around him. But he's still on the couch. And we're like, oh, he is just tripping balls at this point. And then you find out he's being spied on. And that orgy is actually happening. It's like, I thought it was not happening. I thought it was in his fucking head. And then it turns out, no, this massive orgy with like 35 people is in fact going on. Also, this is HBO. Do not let your kids watch this. It's full nudity. You see everything.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
okay.
all of it. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if some of those people were actually having sex. I wouldn't be surprised. Just, when you're that close, it's like, well.
Things happen.
Things happen. So, but at this point, he's already discovered that there are other doors inside his dad's little pocket universe. Mm-hmm. And apparently that's like a nexus point. So he goes in one day chasing Eagly because he's like, why the what? It's snowing outside, so we can't let Eagly go out for a fly. Yeah. So he lets him go into pocket universe to just go fly around because, whatever, it's inside. It's not cold. And he sees this fucking weird ass alien come out of a door, throw something in a furnace, like throwing it in the fucking fire to cook, and then goes away. And he's like, okay, whatever. And then he can't find Eagly. And then when he does, Eagly is scratching at a fucking identical door to his. The code he knows works. The door opens and he walks into this fucking mansion. And we see that in the trailer. So basically, it's an alternate universe where he is a superhero. His dad is still alive and a good guy, and his brother is still alive and also a superhero.
Nice.
And they all have a perfect fucking relationship. So the main conflict of the season is going to be him wanting to just basically replace that Peacemaker in that universe so that he can have a perfect life and fuck off from the one he currently lives in. Meanwhile, Flag and everybody at Argus is tracking the fact that he's doing interdimensional bullshit, and after what just happened in Metropolis with the world damn near getting split in half, they're tracking anything that pops up like that. So that's where you get the conflict between Rick Flag Sr., who we've been introduced to now several times, why he hates Peacemaker, because he killed Rick Flag Jr. in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yep.
And then, like, all the main characters are back. You get Harcourt going through the fact that she can't get a job anywhere because she's been blackballed by fucking what's her face, Amanda Waller. So she's trying to get a job at any fucking secret agency. Nobody will fucking hire her, even though she's massively well equipped. So she's not dealing with that very well. And so basically, yeah, Adebayo, she's living out of a fucking shitty motel room because it's all that she can get. She can't get a real job either. Only one of them still technically works for the government. So it's going to be an interesting season to see how they play off of it. Okay. It looks like we're going to get a lot of the people we no longer have coming back in the alternate universe. So that'll be interesting. Like I said, it's still funny, but there's a moment that apparently was unscripted. And so, what's his name? Something Patrick. What's his name? The T-1000 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So he didn't know he was coming back for season 2, and he's going through like a jog in Runyon Canyon, and he runs into somebody who's a producer on the show that knows ahead of time that he's coming back. He's like, "Hey man, how do you feel about coming back?" He's like, "I'm coming back." Like he hadn't even been told by his agent yet that he was coming back for Peacemaker season 2.
Wow.
And so he told him, he's like, "Yeah, man, you're going to come back. You're going to be alive again, but you're going to be a good version of you in an alternate universe." And he's like, "Oh, interesting." But there's a moment in this episode that was unscripted that he did. And so they're all sitting around drinking, and Chris, Peacemaker, he's just sitting there listening to stories about what they've done as a family, not drinking, not adding to anything. And his dad says, "I'm going to go hit the hay again." Because it's like middle of the night. He woke everybody up. And as he goes to leave, he walks past him. And you would think like maybe just pat him on the back or whatever. But he does this little thing where he just rubs his earlobe when he says, "Love you, bud," and then goes to bed. That was totally on him. Like it wasn't in the script, nothing like that. He just added that. And he said even what's his face? John Cena actually cracked in that moment. Like he's like, that was so after everything else going on and like embodying the character, like that fucking cracked him. Like the emotional like rush that happens after his family leaves the room is fucking crazy. And I was like, this is supposed to be the violent, stupid, funny show. I don't want to cry right now. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, that was some meaningful bullshit. So definitely worth a watch. First episode at least.
All
We'll
right.
see where the rest of the season goes. But Peacemaker season 1 was fantastic.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
A little
fantastic.
gruesome and everything. So I'm pretty sure it's going to continue on. But yeah.
Yeah, and I saw a post the other day. It was like James Gunn like did this soft reboot of the DCU with Superman and like all this fun, happy-go-lucky, colorful stuff, and then just to draw you into the porn-filled, overly violent Peacemaker. It was like, Peacemaker came out first.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about? It was like, and also it's on HBO. If you let your kids watch Peacemaker, you're a fucking bad parent. And like, if your kid is below like 17, they should not be watching Peacemaker. Like, it's ridiculously violent. There is like gratuitous nudity and bad language, but we live in the modern day. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just like, first of all, this universe started over with the Suicide Squad, which was all of that.
Yeah.
Followed by Peacemaker season 1, all of that. Then Creature Commandos, still all of that, but animated. And then Superman was the clean version of everything we saw before. So no, Superman stood out as the one like somewhat clean version, except you still had the Justice Gang who were still overly violent and ridiculous. God, I can't wait for them to finally be the Justice League. Though there is one thing I need to go back and look at. I need to see who all is in the Justice Gang that arrives.
Okay.
Because you remember when they showed that at the end of season 1, it was Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash.
Yep.
And you only see outside of Silhouette Aquaman and Flash. Because it's like, fuck you, Barry. Whatever. Yep. There were 6 people who arrived. You can definitely see Mr. Terrific because he's on his floaty thing. Hawkgirl's obvious. I'm pretty sure it was Green Lantern, Superman, and Aquaman. I'm pretty sure on screen. I need to go back and relook at it, but I was like, wait, they don't have an Aquaman yet. Who the fuck is going to be the new Aquaman? Because obviously it's not Jason Momoa. And they don't have a Wonder Woman, as far as I've seen. they've talked about
They talked
Themyscira,
about it, yeah.
but they don't have a Wonder Woman yet. We don't have a Batman yet that we know. We know one exists. We don't know who he is.
And I saw something, I guess, yesterday talking about Sasha, the Supergirl that was in the movie. A Gunn's going to bring her back in something. I don't know what it is.
Well, Supergirl movie's coming up on its own.
Yeah.
That's her and Lobo.
Yeah, but I'm saying not the new Supergirl, but he's going to bring the old Supergirl from the Flash.
Oh, you said Sasha. I was confused.
I think that's her name, Sasha.
That was her actual name. Yes, correct. But why? Why would she come back and the rest of the universe doesn't?
I don't know if it's going to be something.
Maybe
totally
she's going to be recast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because she did not play a good Kara Zor-El, in my opinion. Didn't even fit the character in any way, shape, or form. But I guess she did an okay job filling in for emaciated Superman that was lacking in that Flashpoint universe, right? Hey, maybe we'll get a really good Flashpoint in the future, unlike that Batman 2.0 movie. I don't know. I know people feel the way about Gunn, but I like what he's doing with this so far, considering that Marvel is struggling so fucking hard right now, to the point that Thunderbolts is basically being wiped already.
Really?
They said that the backlash to Thunderbolts or whatever, they're like, these characters are all probably going to get shelved for now. I was like, you better not. We need those people. Stupids. It's like, stop overreacting to fan bullshit and make a good story.
Yeah. So they finally introduced Sentry and
and then they have no idea what they're going to do with them. Same thing to do with every overpowered character. They just nerf them.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sentry already nerfs himself, on purpose, because he can't risk the Void coming out. So I can't have the strongest superhero and the strongest villain in one person. But wait, did you get a chance to watch Fantastic Four on your service yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, sometime soon.
Yeah.
Sometime soon. That's still a really good movie. So, there's that. Wait, what's the next? There's another movie coming sometime soon. I forget what it is. It's supposed to be good. I'm having a hard time keeping up anymore. It's like the blockbuster release shit. And I'm just like, okay, let's see if I can remember to go watch this one, or if I'm going to catch it on streaming later, But speaking of redos and regretting shit, Cracker Barrel making news this past week. You saw it.
Yeah.
We all saw it.
Yeah.
Some person thought it would be a good idea to redesign everything about Cracker Barrel. This started with the logo. That's what cracked the internet first. But then people started seeing what the redesigned stores looked like, or restaurant, I should say. So they're just redoing the existing stores, but they're taking a lot of the crazy crap off the wall, cultivating it, making it more barnyard chic. Now making basically what looks like redneck IHOP instead of a country farmhouse store. And people are pissed. Very pissed.
Now, are they taking out the actual store itself, like inside the old? Are they redoing it?
So that was the thing. Is I thought that they were talking about removing the store, and I think there was talk of the gift shop area being removed. But that's like 20% of the revenue. It's not a small amount. I mean, most people don't buy the shit, but a lot of people do.
Yeah,
and especially like kids buying the weird Chinese knockoff toys, but also they're selling their own brand stuff, like their biscuit mix, all that kind of stuff. You can buy it now in the store. So, and even like their Cracker Barrel brand, like cast iron skillets and shit like that. Like some people are going to be in for that. So the thing is that they talked about getting rid of that. If they continue on with building new, completely brand new store or restaurants that look completely different, then that would give them a chance to remove that, because a whole new boring block of boringness. I think the renders they keep showing are totally fake, but it looks like every other restaurant that had personality just got pared down to nothing. And that's really what they're doing. They're just removing personality and going like brutalist architecture bullshit. They even got rid of like half the tables and replaced them with booths. Like all the tables up against any wall are now a booth instead of table and chairs. And I'm like, I guess that's more efficient, but it kind of takes away
from what it
was. Yeah. And if I don't do Cracker Barrel that often, but when I go to Cracker Barrel, it's because I want to fucking go to Cracker Barrel and I want the ambiance. They didn't get rid of the fireplace, but they probably turn it off. I mean, it is hot right now, so that's whatever. But it's like, if they're not going to change the food, why change anything? People want to go there because Cracker Barrel is Cracker Barrel. We want a semblance of this. McDonald's is boring as shit. Like, it used to be amazing, like, play places that were half the fucking place when you went in there. You know, even in our childhood, we saw it change from, like, the outdoor playgrounds, which, you know, everybody got hurt on, or everything was made of metal, so you got burned. To the indoor play places, which, fine, your giant tube slides and run around stuff, which was fun until you were too big of a kid, and then you're just running into everything. It turned into the video game era, so they had little video game stations, and now they removed all play places. Even Chick-fil-A's got rid of their play places, which was even crazier. I was like, they did that secretly. I somehow missed it, because I used to go to Chick-fil-A all the time and be like, neat play place. And then I swear to God, I came in like one time, didn't even realize it was gone. Because I think even the one here in Conroe on 105 had a play place in it, and then it was just gone. Didn't even realize.
So the one in Willis still does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been. Wait, the one off 1097? Mm-hmm. Still has a kid's place?
I think so.
I don't think that one ever did.
No, it's got a little internal.
Does it? Okay, but it's not the big.
Not the big sucker.
Okay, because that's where we used to go.
Yeah.
So, but basically, it's like they want to take the fun and the whimsy out of everything and make everything look the same and make it clinical. Have you been into a fucking new Taco Bell? Like the one on the South Loop, brand new store, kiosks. No, you don't have to talk to anybody. It looks like a fucking cafeteria. Like they've removed most of the colors. You know, there's no menu up on the wall. There's nothing. You walk in there, it's just a bare white fucking counter, boring ass fucking just normal seats. Everything's gray, white, and I think purple. I think they still kept some purple in there. But it's like all personality is gone. It's like
architectural minimalism.
Brutalism.
Yeah. It's just
everything is a square and ugly. It's like they're making it's the idea that a beauty is bad and ugly is good.
Yeah. Bring back the 80s and 90s. All the colors and stuff. Put some pizzazz back into the shit. Did
you ever see those like super McDonald's that were like the outside was like totally decoed and everything else like that? Like the one in what is that city called? It's south of or Dallas. Starts with an A. Like it's near Dallas Fort Worth. Starts with an A. I can't think of what it is. But they had one. It was shaped like an old school Happy Meal toy box. Like the whole restaurant was like a giant Happy Meal thing and super decoed out on the outside. I was like, holy fuck. I guarantee you they tore that bitch down and made it look like the boring ass ones now. Even Whataburger doesn't look cool anymore.
Yeah.
It took away the big ass sloped roof. The upside down W roof. That's stupid. It's like that's how you knew you were rolling up on a Whataburger. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like the Pizza Hut nationalism. You know what used to be an old Pizza Hut. Everyone knows.
They still have that in Indiana.
They still have a few here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're few between.
They're reopening. They're starting to do it. Here's the irony. Old Pizza Huts are being bought back by Pizza Hut and reopened the way they used to be.
Good.
We are going back to the fucking 90s because we knew it was better. You know, reinstill family things. You know, like you go there with the family. You have a fucking party with your kids. You got the salad bar.
Yes.
All this other bullshit. You got the red fucking Coke cups. You know, all that shit. Bring it all back. Why? Because we were a better fucking group of people when we had that shit to get behind. Some kind of unity, not just boring bullshit. You know? It's like, I want to DoorDash it. Fuck that. We're going to family style fucking buffet pizza at Pizza Hut. Fuck that. It's like Cece's is like the only place you can sort of go to, and even they're changing what they do. You know, we went to Crust Pizza last night for a pre-men's group meeting. Me and Andre got together, and it felt closer to that. Nice dine-in experience. You know, most places don't want you to eat there anymore.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
They're like, get your shit and get out.
Yeah.
It's the old Walmart method. Get your shit and get out. Hell, remember when the McDonald's inside Walmart actually had like kids stuff for them to do?
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, like they had like this fucking steering wheels and like even like the N64s or whatever to play with something to entertain the kids, you know. And they used to have the big fuck off golden arches you walked through to go in. Now, no. It's like McDonald's sign and then blank counter. It was like, we had cool shit back in the day. You know? It's fucking stupid. It's all stupid. It's all gay. Actually, if it was gay, it'd be better, because at least then it'd be flamboyant.
Very true.
It's like we actually lost personality. Maybe that's why people became more flamboyant in the gay community, because the flamboyancy of real life went away.
Yeah.
It just got concentrated into one particular sect of people. Hi, Candida. You get Candida back on. She's very colorful.
Yes.
She's very colorful, very full of energy. All about the things. Oh, shit nuggets. Sorry, my leg hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sinuses still don't know what they want to do. It's like now it's loosened up again. It was all stuffy. Now it's loosened up. By the way, I'm drinking the last of my Fat Elvis beer. It was really good shit. So, on top of all of that, speaking of bullshit, and not in no sense of fucking unity, apparently it's illegal, or going to be illegal now, to burn the American flag, according to President Trump. So he signed an EO yesterday, basically saying, hey, stop burning the flag, damn it. Which seems reasonable, I guess. So I'm going to actually read the thing, so it's not just opinion-based. Then we'll talk about opinions, because I brought up the thing. So this is actually from the fucking White House directly. White House fact sheet. Nice boring things to read. Okay. Yeah. So, fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump protects the American flag from desecration. And this was yesterday. So, combating flag desecration. So, today, President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order to restore respect, pride, and sanctity to the American flag and prosecute those who desecrate this symbol of our freedom, identity, and strength to the fullest extent permissible. The order directs the Attorney General to vigorously prosecute those who violate our laws in ways that involve desecrating the flag and to pursue litigation to clarify the scope of the First Amendment in this area. So I want to stop there for a second, because in 1989, the Supreme Court basically said burning the flag is kind of covered under the First Amendment, because there was a guy who burned a flag outside of the RNC during election time in 89, I guess. And so that brought up a whole thing. I think it was something versus Johnson. I think it was Texas v. Johnson. I don't remember. Something v. Johnson. I saw the case. I just forgot. So basically they said, no, you can burn the flag as long as it's yours. Basically. Because if you take someone else's flag and burn it, that's destruction of property. So that's a whole different law, right? So that's why they said they got to see how the scope of the First Amendment does apply, right? All right, so it also instructs the AG to refer flag desecration cases that violates state or local laws to appropriate state or local authorities. So, maybe they don't just steal the U.S. flag. Maybe they're also breaking onto Capitol territory and, yanking it off the flagpole or something, Who knows? But then again, other places may have specific laws about it. This is a federal situation, but he's saying, look, if a state already has a law against it, make sure we're looking into that, right? So finally, the order directs the Secretaries of State and Homeland Security and the AG to deny, prohibit, terminate, or revoke visas, resident permits, or naturalization proceedings and other immigration benefits, or seeking removal from the United States wherever there has been an appropriate determination that flag desecration by foreign nationals permits exercise of those remedies under applicable law. So going back to the LA riots, where they were burning American flags and flying foreign flags or whatever. So I'm kind of on board with that part. Like, hey, you come here illegally, burn our flag and fly yours in protest of your being here illegally. Yeah. So
not so good.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. So, I mean, I could read further in here, because basically he's just like, we want to. Oh, he even literally talks about that. They basically want people to have reverence for the flag again. Like, when's the last time kids actually said the Pledge of Allegiance back in the day?
Mine still does.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know anybody in school at this point, so I don't tend to keep up with children.
That and the Texas.
Still doing the Texas one too?
Still do. Yeah.
I don't remember that. Do you?
No.
Me either.
Not right off the bat.
We stopped doing it in middle school, I think. So, yeah, Texas Pledge of Allegiance. So basically, he's like, he wants the flag to be a symbol of unity, have respect and reverence for it, and also bring back some sense of American pride, which Trump is all about doing. I know a lot of people hate Trump, but he's basically like, look, America's awesome. Don't come here because you claim it's awesome and then tell us how shit we are and then burn our flag.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what the fuck did you come here for? Did you come here just to take our stuff and just set up your country? And live the way you want to live? Like if you came to America for America's benefits, then you should give a fuck about the America you're coming to. But if you're coming here and you're treating it like shit, you're stealing our stuff, you're killing our people, and then when we try to prosecute for it, you burn the American flag and then fly yours saying, Viva Mexico or whatever. It's like, I think you're all doing it wrong, perhaps, So, in the case of illegals, sure, I guess prosecute to the best of your ability because they're not technically covered under the Constitution in the same way we are, right? Mm. When it comes to normal people, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. It's like the freedom of speech thing. Yeah, I get it. Right to protest and all that stuff, but also it is the symbol of our country.
Yeah,
like it's like burnt in the same way of like some of these idiots were doing when Trump got elected the first time. They made fucking mannequins of Trump and then burned them in effigy. In the same way, I feel like that's what they're going to do with the flag. Like, you get mad because the laws are unfair for some reason. In this case, towards illegals. Whatever. So you burn the flag in effigy and talk about how shitty the country is. Yeah. But at the same time, say, we need to share this country as it is and all the greatness of this country with all these people. Let me burn the flag. So it's like, I don't know. This is kind of a down the middle issue for me. It's like, do I believe we should have the freedom to do whatever we want? Yes. Do I think that certain ways of protesting are retarded? Yes. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a question for everybody out there in the audience. Like, how do you feel about this in particular, the desecration of the flag? Because the biggest thing about it is you, until now, would not be arrested for tearing up, burning, and desecrating the American flag, the flag of our nation. But if you tore down a rainbow flag and you burned it in the streets, you're going to jail for a hate crime.
Yeah.
Now you want to say that that's a targeted attack on a very small group of people. I was like, okay, but this is a targeted attack on this country. It's like it's the same process. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, I don't agree with blank, therefore I'm going to destroy this symbol of this thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I tend to think the country is slightly bigger than the LGBT community. I mean, that might be controversial. I don't know. But it's funny that if you do it for any other reason, unless it's the Confederate flag, in which case it's okay to tear that down, destroy it, and hate people for having it. Whatever. But the only flag you're allowed to truly just hate on and destroy is the one of this country. And we're not even we're one of the few countries who don't prosecute for it. It's like there's a lot of Western countries where it's totally illegal to destroy the country's flag. So
we're letting it happen.
We're just letting it happen. And people think it's been that way forever because they don't know history.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, 1989 was the only time they've ever ruled on this. And maybe it's time to re-rule on it, just like everything else. It's like, hey, that was an old statute. Now you've got illegals protesting their own deportation by burning the American flag. This is not an American citizen being angry over the Republican Party, for instance. It's not like there's a Republican flag you can burn, right? Is there? Feels like there should be. I mean, you want to burn a MAGA hat or something. Duh. There's nothing wrong with that. Who cares? Yeah. I mean, you're just out the $25 or whatever it costs to buy a stupid hat. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on it? Since I've been doing all the talking.
You know more about it than I do, but it's the fact that.
But I mean, just
for me personally, I would not, burn a flag. I mean, I'm here and I love America, so I mean that's just one of the things. I don't know what I'll be protesting to the fact that it would give me enough to actually burn it. So I don't know.
But if you saw somebody burning it, what would your reaction be?
Probably trying to figure out what I want to do with it. Either try to put it out or what. Question a little bit. I have no idea. I don't know because I haven't been in that spotlight.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I think I remember a story of somebody tearing down a flag to burn it, and then someone putting out the fire and that person being arrested.
The one putting out the fire?
I think.
Wow.
I might be imagining that. Because do you remember the college students from a few years ago who stopped the protesters from tearing down the flag on this college campus? It was like an ROTC group. Like they stayed there and protected the flag from being torn down during the pro-Palestine shit. Because, all these colleges, they were ripping down the American flag and raising the Palestinian flag. Because that's fucking legal, right? It's like that's where the insanity goes even further. Because if you were to go, say, to New York and burn a Palestinian flag on Fifth Avenue, you'd get arrested for burning that flag as a hate crime. Mm-hmm. Once again, like, that's just a country's flag, not a racist flag, not a religious flag, a country's flag. You would get arrested for that. But if you burn an Israeli flag, nobody would give a shit. Because whatever political aisle you want to be on, whatever side, whoever's wrong in this situation, right? But at the same time, I learned something new in the last week. So I did not realize there's a flag for the UK, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like the blue, it's got the Union Jack and the stars or whatever, right? Or whatever's on it. I didn't realize England had its own flag. The St. Mary's flag. St. George's flag, sorry. And it's just a red cross on a white background. I didn't know that.
Okay.
People are getting in trouble in the UK for flying
an English flag?
The English flag. So much so that they're using it as a meme because they want to get potholes fixed.
Yeah.
And so they're getting stickers or something, or stencils, spray painting the potholes to look like the flag so that the county will come in and fix the potholes because they don't want to show the flags. So people are flying the St. George's flag in protest because the country has been so overrun with people from other countries that they can no longer fly the flag of their own fucking nation. Think about that. People think, flags don't matter. It's like, it's the flag that shows your national identity, and it's not okay to fucking fly it? That's insane. And it's not because of your actual citizenry, but the people who have migrated to your country legally or illegally and taken over. They're the ones who are now dictating that your flag is evil because it's not their flag and they're in your country. That's kind of what Trump was getting at with part of this. So the UK and Europe are all dealing with the same thing, especially with the Muslim influence from whatever countries coming in. We talked about the Muslim rape gangs and stuff like that. Mm. So it's weird that you never think about these things at all until it's suddenly thrust to the forefront. We're worried about buying groceries and all this other shit. And it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here in Texas, we have actually, in Texas, white people are now a minority. We're actually been passed up by Hispanics. In case you didn't know that. I didn't realize that until recently. It's interesting. So, hey, minority. Well, I'm a person of color anyways. You're now a minority. I'm already Ukrainian. I'm already a minority. It's fine. Either way. But the idea that, like, say, we get overrun with Hispanics from Mexico specifically, and then they start demanding that we tear down the fucking Texas flag. It's like, excuse you, that's the flag of this fucking state in what used to be a fucking country of its own.
Yeah.
So eat a dick, get out if you don't like it. You know? So it's like this whole concept of national pride that's gone out the window with this globalist idea. Like, countries no longer need borders. Every country's open to every third world nation who just wants to have it and come there. Not assimilate, because we used to do that. When Pizza Hut was Pizza Hut, we assimilated. Pizza Hut stopped being a thing, and we stopped assimilating new people who came in. It seems, there's something about that. And now they're going after Cracker Barrel. The globalist agenda. By the way, I don't know if it's a meme or not. The lady who proposed this change to Cracker Barrel supposedly is the same lady who had Taco Bell get rid of the Mexican pizza. Supposedly. I don't know if the meme is real, but supposedly.
Food chain people, leave her alone. Don't hire her.
Yeah, stop hiring fucktards, please. It's much like with where I work. They hired someone who's massively incompetent and got another major corporation shut down. So they brought her on as a CEO, and our company has been going downhill ever since. And they're like, we don't know why. It must be the employees. Oh, it's like... Maybe someone who's an idiot and doesn't know how to run a corporation is ruining the corporation. I don't know. Maybe. It's like, maybe if you actually talk to the customers, the workers, and possibly even normal management that's been around long enough, they could tell you how a company should be run. Because they know when it was successful and they know what worked. No, we can't possibly do that. We can't listen to the people who know how to do things. We have to bring in people with new ideas of how to ruin things. Because to make things new is to make them better, right?
Yeah.
New is always better.
New is always
I've
better.
been told. Remember New Coke? No, you don't.
New Coke.
New Coke was gone before you and I were relevant as people. That's how bad New Coke was. Yeah. And I don't mean from when they still had cocaine.
Hey.
I mean from original recipe to New Coke. New Coke was such a bad idea, and people hated it so badly, it didn't last, I think, like a year. My ear is ringing really bad all of a sudden.
Well, better answer it.
Oh.
I'll talk about your ear ringing.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, something about talking about...
1985. I was a...
You weren't relevant as a human.
Oh, it actually was a can that says New Coke.
Yeah, New Coke was the thing. It used to be a meme. I learned about New Coke on The Simpsons. That's how I learned about a lot of pop culture stuff back in the day was The Simpsons.
Oh, man.
Yeah, apparently the recipe was so shitty that they abandoned it nearly immediately.
Yeah, like 2 months later.
Like Pepsi Clear lasted longer than New Coke because it wasn't a replacement.
So, it was later rebranded as Coke 2, what was eventually discontinued in 2002.
Coke again.
Yeah.
Coke 2 is even worse. That's an even worse name.
Coke 2.
Like, New Coke actually sounds like something. Coke 2 sounds dumb. The Revenge.
It came back. The sequel sucked.
Coke 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Hey, I like that movie. Shut up.
Coke 2. The Revenge. I always say that something 2 is The Revenge, but maybe I'm wrong. Was Jaws 2 The Revenge or Jaws 3 The Revenge? I always forget. I think it was Jaws 3 was The Revenge.
I think it was a Revenge, yeah.
Time to Google. Well, no, because that would be Jaws 3D. I don't think that was Revenge. Oh, that's
New Coke's probably still around, but
no,
don't even know about it.
No, it's not. Maybe it turned into Tab or something. No, Tab predates Coke, I think, as a soda. Oh wait, no, it can't. No, Tab was the first Diet Coke. That's right. That's what it was. What was I asking about Jaws?
Revenge.
The Revenge was 1987, so that would have been Jaws 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Jaws, obviously, in 75, Jaws 2, 78, Jaws 3D in 83, and Jaws The Revenge was 87, so that would have been Jaws 4. Damn, I've always thought Jaws 2. Oh, yeah, that's where he ate the plane. That's right. Yeah, because the SeaWorld one was 2, I think. 2 or 3.
So they actually made it says Jaws 3D, like actual 3D version of it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I can't do 3D.
It's okay. It was like 1983 3D. Oh no, Jaws 3 was the SeaWorld one. Okay. See, once again, I get them all confused. Oh, that's funny. Tyler messaged me. I realize I'll have to skip my voicemail on the podcast. Hearing my voice recorded drives me nuts. I'm not reading the rest of that though.
That's like with me. I mean, I'm on here listening to myself, and we play it back, and everything's like, God, I sound horrendous.
Nah, it's not just you. It's fine.
No,
I mean, I'm so used to my own voice.
I can hear you when you talk normally.
Yeah.
But then on this, you still sound the same to me.
Well, yeah.
Now I'm singing myself in my head, and I'm like, I sound completely different.
Well, you have 3 different voices. Do you know this? So you've got 3 different ways of hearing your own voice. Your voice that's literally leaving your mouth and bouncing off of other objects coming back to your... Then you have the voice that resonates off your teeth. Mm-hmm. And then you have the voice that resonates off your skull.
Yep. All
of those things make the sound of your own voice to you. That's why when you hear it on a recording, you don't sound like you.
I thought you were talking about my phone voice.
No.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Can I help you?
Well, it's better than the baby voice. Oh. That's whenever you're talking to, your wife, your kid, or whatever, and you change tones, to the baby voice.
It's more like, what?
Yeah, that's me. I always answer the phone, what? Like, no matter who calls me, if I know them, I answer the phone, what? Because I don't answer the phone. It's like, so if I have to answer the phone for you, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
What? What do you want? It's like, because my boss called me the other day about something. I'm like, what? I was like, I thought we already discussed anything. He's like, don't what me. I was like, don't call me. It's like, if you don't want me to what you, don't call me. It's like, I know what you want. And well, sometimes I answer, when it's a boss, I answer the phone, no.
just before it. Yeah.
No. He's like, what do you mean no? I don't know what you're asking.
Damn it. Okay.
I don't know what you're going to ask me, but no is the answer, motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, fucking A. Oh, so I want to talk about something real quick before we wrap.
All right.
Last week was really rough. I mentioned it on the other podcast that will come out after this, time travel. So my mom, I mentioned on 154 that my mom had to go to the hospital. We were taking her in to get her heart looked at, right? So she was legit, like really scared, like really worried about her life because she's like, shit. It's like, this is probably, it's like, even though I have 8 stents in my heart already, this is already wonky. It's like, if all of that is not making a difference, why is my heart failing? So, in the last catheter she got was a bit rough. Like, really jacked up her arm. They just sucked at it, I guess. So, we had to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning because Jessica set her clock wrong. Thanks, babe. I said 3:30. She set it for 3. So, we got up early. So we had to go pick up my mom. Jessica took my mom. And then she gets to the hospital for the procedure. And right as she's about to go back for her scheduled thing, her doctor gets called to an emergency code on somebody else.
God.
So it actually got delayed like damn near 2 fucking hours. So she was supposed to go back at 7:30. She didn't go back until nearly 11.
So they have that anxiety for that much longer.
Yeah. Well, she took a nap in that amount of time.
Still.
She was exhausted. So, honestly, like all day, very, very concerned. Jessica's just sitting there doing her best. I'm with the old man. I was dreading him waking up because I didn't know what he would know or if he would freak out because Mom wasn't around. Mm-hmm. He did ask where she was and what I was doing there. So I said, Mom, Jessica took Mom to the doctor. Eventually, he did mention, like later, he's like, hey, where's Mom? Because he just calls her Mom. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's right. She had to go ahead and get her heart thing done. I was like, so he did know what she was going to have done. So he's more lucid than we really give him credit for. I think he just doesn't want to talk when Mom's around. He apparently also has a hard time talking to doctors when he actually has something wrong. I think it's just because he fucking hates being in hospitals. I mean,
I think that's
he speaks up and then he knows he's going to be in the hospital and doesn't want to do it again. So either way, I had to deal with him, which was mostly fine, but then he wouldn't put his fucking hearing aids in, and then he forgot to put his teeth in, so he wouldn't eat. So I finally got him his fucking teeth around 11 o'clock. I had to go get them for him so he'd fucking put them in. And then got him to put his one good hearing aid in. Like, even with the hearing aid, he can't hear shit out of his right ear. It doesn't even matter. He's got these brand new fancy, like, earbud style hearing aids, which are badass compared to the ones that he used to have. He had the old school over ears, and he kept breaking them. These things, like, that's fucking sick. I was like, damn, I want some of these. This is pretty cool. But either way, so once he kind of got going and stuff, he was okay. And then eventually, like, you know, Jessica hit me up. She's like, she's already out of the procedure. It was only like 30 minutes. They put in another stent to extend one that was already there. So basically, there was definitely some shrinkage in that area. So now she has 9 stents in her fucking heart. Yay. And, of course, whatever it is they found while they were in there, they still had to go through the studies and find out later. So there's that. So she came home the same day. So thank God for that, because that would have sucked because we had no plans. We had no plans for staying if we had to. And then the yard was so massively overgrown from the last month and a half, and I did not plan on mowing for them. So I came back Tuesday and Wednesday to fucking mow the yard because it was just that much to do. God. I even bought myself a new fucking weed eater because her weed eater wasn't good enough. Like, she has a battery powered Black & Decker, but like the milliamp hours is fucking nothing. So at least I know I got like 5 milliamp hour batteries. So I brought all of my batteries and I bought a fucking Ryobi, and it fucking shredded like everything. So that was good. I'm going to get the hard blades later for cutting down like the high weeds and shit, just because that's fun. Just, you know. But Andre, I got to thank Andre for coming out and helping on Wednesday, because I would not have got it done without him. Because I mowed as much as I could, and then right after he showed up and took the weed eater, the fucking front tire completely collapsed on the fucking mower as I was making a turn. And I was like, shit. And I was like, okay. Then I had to spend 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get that tire back on, which wasn't that big a deal. Once I got it jacked up, it just went, and then I just had to find a way to inflate it. Turns out just the valve was loose.
Oh.
So it was just leaking constantly.
The top or the center core piece?
Yeah. It was just backed out. So I had to find a tiny screwdriver to fucking do it. I used to have the tool.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went, but I had a tool for that. So we finished up everything and had like about 20 minutes to kill. We went inside to just relax and everything. And then my mom's like, hey, are y'all's windows down? Because it's about to storm. And I don't know if you saw the storm on fucking Wednesday.
We got nothing, but go ahead.
Holy fuck, dude. Like, literally, it looked like black, dark fucking clouds, and they were almost overhead. Andre hops in his car, which he was already cooling down, so he just left. I still had the mower out and my windows down. So I fucking got the mower in the garage really quick, got my windows up, and like grabbed all my shit and got in the car just about 30 seconds before the fucking downpour hit. I was like, shit. And it was bad. It took me 45 minutes to get home.
Wow.
Yeah. Because it was just raining the entire time. Could only go like 30 miles an hour half the way back. And then I had to take a long way home because I wasn't going to go to the freeway at 5:30.
No.
Fuck that.
People are going to be stupid.
Yeah.
Flashers are going everywhere.
Yep. Did that the day before. That was retarded because it rained every day last week.
Well, the funny thing is when you say that it rained, it was start just north of us.
Yeah.
And we see, okay, finally we're going to maybe get some rain or anything like that. Then it break up a little bit. Then all of a sudden this massive crap.
Yeah.
Down here. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, you guys had a little heat shield, and then it hit us. It was bad. Several days last week it was bad. But so by Thursday morning, I was absolutely emotionally and physically completely worn out. Like, I got out of bed, had no energy. I had a cup of coffee, my multivitamin, which has 100 milligrams of caffeine in it, and I drank an Alani.
Wow.
And I was still dragging ass by fucking 7 o'clock.
You're trying to be...
I was just trying to go.
Caffeinated like crazy.
I was just trying to fucking move, dude.
All right, Jefe.
Yeah, right. But I snapped at my coworkers. Like, fucking, just fucking... I didn't know how little of a fuse I had until I was approached with pure stupidity. Like, normally I can put up with stupidity to a degree and I just move on. It's like I did my normal, tried to argue with logic and reason. Mm-hmm. And then when that logic and reason was met with just a wall of stupidity, I completely fucking snapped. I fucking threw the shit that I was holding on to, chucked it in the fucking truck, just started fucking yelling about how I was so tired of everybody else's fucking bullshit I was like, I literally just yelled about it, literally at the top of my fucking lungs in front of everybody. I was so goddamn tired of dealing with everybody else's fucking stupid bullshit. And then the dude I was yelling at, he doesn't do confrontation at all. He snaps. Like, he's got violent tendencies. He like gets drunk and fights cops.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, he's a fucking moron. Doesn't do it when he's sober. Also won't stand up for himself against management, but he'll get drunk and fight cops. So he starts getting in my face for yelling at him, and I know that I'm not about to fight this motherfucker and either go to jail or lose my job. So I slam the fucking truck door in his face, and he tries to come around to the other door, and I'm like, get in your fucking truck and go. I'm not fucking talking to you. I got work to do, you piece of shit. And I fucking slam the other door in his face. And I start the truck, and then the other lady who's there, who kind of divvies out our work to us, she's like trying to calm him down and then yelling at me. I'm already in the driver's seat, and I'm like, I got fucking work to do. I don't have time to deal with this bullshit anymore. And I fucking haul ass out of there, and they're all just left doing whatever the fuck. I'm usually calm, cool, and collected. Even when things piss me off, I'll wait till I'm in private to fucking, have my moment. But I was like so exhausted about everything, like all the stress of like the last 3 days, not to mention trying to plan ahead for Saturday's event, So this is Thursday, and we've got the On Location podcast, which it's not like I have to do anything other than show up and talk bullshit with my friends, right? That's all I got to do. But I'm stressed about it because it's still a logistics issue, because I also don't know if I'm going to have any co-hosts. I don't know what's going to happen when we get there, which turned out being a mess because there was nowhere to set up. We had no chairs, everything else. And so just Thursday morning, I had nothing, no fucking fuel in a tank, and I just fucking snapped. And then, I went about my day, came back later, nobody talked to me about anything. I did the rest of my work, and then I went home, took a nap, because I desperately needed a fucking nap, and recovered. And then Friday morning, I'm trying not to start any shit, and I show up early so I don't have to fucking talk to the other guy that, tried to fight me. And then I go to my truck, I get my shit together. He doesn't even know I'm there yet, I don't think. Because normally we pass each other and talk real quick. And so he sends me a picture of the day's work, and it's already been divvied out who's doing what. Which the problem is that I was assigned something that made no sense for me to do. It's like I needed to go west towards Montgomery for my customers. And they're like, hey, why don't you stop at Crichton Ridge on your way to Montgomery? Like, that's not the direction I need to fucking go. And then the other guy is already going north to do the rest of Conroe. Why the fuck do I need to go into Conroe when I need to go to Montgomery? Didn't make any sense. That's what set me off. And so Friday, same basic situation, like, hey, here's the fucking work. And so instead of replying to him, which, by the way, not my boss, just another coworker, and I know he's just relaying the information from the boss, but I know if the boss told me to tell him something, he wouldn't believe me. He would call the boss. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, if the determination is that it whatever gets decided for the work benefits you and you alone, why would I straight up believe you? You know what I mean? He wouldn't believe me. He wouldn't believe the other guy. Vice versa. It's like if you are the person specifically benefiting from the changes, I'm not going to believe that management said that if it's coming from your fucking mouth. Mm-hmm. Sorry. That's not how it works, right? Because I've seen plenty of lazy assholes who do that. Hey, supervisor said take this stuff, do this. And then you find out later, no, that's not what you were supposed to do. Oh, thanks. They just threw extra shit at me, Just nature of the job, I guess. Pieces of shit fucking just being selfish.
Yeah.
So instead of just going by what he said, I went upstairs and talked directly to the supervisor. I said, hey, so what are we doing? Who's doing what? Talk directly to him, because at least that way management knows I'm here, talk to me, you know? And we worked out some shit, and then I looked at it, and I'm like, hey, it actually doesn't make sense to do this, because this is way out of the way, and this is actually up here. We actually had to look something up to see where the customer was. And it's like, hey, this is way out of the area. It makes no sense for me to do that one. It makes more sense for him to do it. It's like, oh, yeah, I didn't even catch that. I was just looking at the city. So that's the kind of shit that normally we would figure out on the fly, right? So avoiding an argument, I went ahead and just did that, right?
Yeah.
Drive all the way down there to the area that we meet up with the other person, and one of our other supervisors is sitting there waiting. I was like, here we go. So our actual main supervisor didn't say fuck all. I get all the way down there, and we have another supervisor sitting there waiting to talk to us about it, have a little talking to about the situation. And so basically I explained to him briefly what I explained to you. You know, I was like, look, I didn't know I was at the end of my rope, but I was, you know. It's like, that's not how I normally do things. It's like I fucking had a really, really bad fucking week leading up to that day, and I was confronted with stupidity, and I told him exactly what my issue was, and he's like, yeah, you know, it's like, and I said, look, I overreacted, it's fine, but also you need to worry about that motherfucker and his pent up anger. It's like because if anybody fucking even starts yelling around him, he flips the fuck out. He's like the fucking Rottweiler who's totally chill until somebody starts fucking yelling, and then that dog goes insane and starts swinging, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, y'all need to worry about him more than me, because I left the situation. He tried to fight me as I was leaving. You should be worried about that. You know, it's like, look into that one a little bit better. You know, everybody else was trying to diffuse the situation, and I'm trying to leave before it escalates. So I'm not the one who needs talking to right now. The guy who's trying to physically escalate the fight needs to have the real talking.
Yeah.
But either way, I just wanted to talk about that because, like, I know you've been really stressed out with a lot of the shit you've been going through.
Yeah.
And I don't think I realized how much stress I was carrying.
Well, I got more stress from yesterday and today as well. So it's completely different stuff, but you've known about it still.
Yeah. And, you know, part of it, and I'm not going to spill any extra beans, obviously, but part of what bothers me about what you're going through is that you can't talk about it.
No.
You can't voice the issues you're having. And it goes back to something I wanted to argue about, the flag argument. Mm-hmm. They said that you can burn the flag as a symbol of freedom of speech. But we don't have freedom of speech. No. You literally cannot talk about what you're going through right now. You can tell us as your friends in private, but you have a public platform to explain yourself and defend yourself and talk about what happened and what you're going through, and you can't.
And what I found out today is the fact that anything can happen right now.
Yeah.
Any information they have, they can put it out there. Doesn't matter.
They can talk about the situation, but you can't.
Yes.
See, that's bullshit. And that's what really infuriates me, even on the outside. Like, because if it was me, I know I would just be fucking talking because that's what I do. You know, it doesn't make sense.
And as much stuff I have to go along with, I have restrained myself. Put out there. I can.
Oh, I know. I understand. I absolutely understand. Like, because, like I said, it's like, I was like, I'm sitting on the side of the tub while you're in it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just sitting. Pool. Let's not say tub. Tub's weird.
And
you're in the pool.
For the flip side on this, got a phone call yesterday.
Yeah, you can tell me about that off air.
Yeah.
Specifically. So we'll deal with that here in a second. But, you know,
well, not this phone call.
I know what you mean. The thing that
Yeah.
So either way, we'll talk about that off air anyways. But I kind of wanted to express that idea that, yes, we are a freedom-loving country. We believe in freedom of speech, and then literally having your speech quashed, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking dumb. Because I know for myself, I wouldn't care, and I'd probably get in more trouble because I would just talk. Especially if I was if I was where you're at with everything you've got, I would not be silent. And it's very hard for me where I'm at to not be silent on your behalf. You know what I mean? It's like, because I have a platform and I would love to fucking use it to benefit, and I can't do that either. So, like, that's what's even more insane is that your freedom of speech is being impinged and my freedom of speech is being impinged by proxy on your behalf. That's why it's like none of it is technically absolute. Even burning the flag is not absolute. It's fucking insane. So either way, guys, that's a fun note to end on. So either way, let us know what you think about the flag burning situation and anything else like that. And also if any of the questions we got. So thanks to Tyler and Shaun for messaging, and then Jefe for, well, I guess participating in the wrong chat, you motherfucker. Which is also stupid because he also messaged the podcast page, but he sent that message to us. I was like, are you dumb?
You want to make sure it went to the right spot, I guess. I don't know.
Given what he went through in the last, 36 hours, I'll forgive him today.
Yeah.
But that was fucking Thursday, so he hadn't gone through that yet. Idiot. So either way. So Jefe will be back next week. We'll let him just rant and tell us about all of his Alaska adventures and everything else like that.
How much would I bet a lot of it's going to be about the old man?
I think, you know what's funny? There hasn't been a single image of Al. No talking about Al at all. It's like, I even said jokingly, it's like, we're going to have a bet as to what state they leave him in.
Yeah.
But we haven't done the pool yet. We should.
I don't either. He doesn't like being on camera or something else like that, where he just...
He's not even mentioned in
nothing at all.
Actually, I should see if Scott wants to come on. Have them both come on and talk about the trip. I don't know if Scott does.
I don't know either.
Yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, guys, do the like and subscribe thing. Of course, go follow me at _Shoky. And then, of course, make sure you follow the Instagram page of the podcast here at 9ME_pod. Go follow Grounded and Grumpy if you want to see at least the few things that Jefe posted before, well, he had an unfortunate electronics incident. And then, of course, go check out C4 Graphics from the Chatto. And then I will have links posted to all of my food market friends. So if you want to go check their stuff out as well. And with that... Okay, bye.